to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the improvisation program. We've got the A-team out tonight, the best we could put together. No, sorry, I misread that. We've got a team tonight, the best we could put together. Featuring from the west coast of America, the sparkling wit and stunning looks of Specs on Legs, Greg Proops. Then from the south side of London, the secret love child of Sean Connery and Barbara Windsor, Stephen Frost. Then from the wilder parts of the Canadian outback, the man the Mounties didn't want to get, Colin Mockery. And finally, from somewhere near the ceiling, the monumentally talented Ryan Stiles. Everyone, now, we're going to start... let's get on. The very first game we're going to play tonight is called Film and Theatre Styles with Ryan and Colin. If they'd like to come on down, all they have to do is to improvise a little scene. I'll give them in just a moment. But they have to break into a variety of different film and theatre styles, which this friendly studio audience is obviously going to suggest for me now. So any favourite film styles or theatre styles you think they'd like to... Star Wars. That's always...
Roman epic.
Roman epic. Oh, that's a bit more like it. Pingu, was that? You're just a tad old for Pingu, I don't know. It's really feels like a 7-year-old, isn't it? Sorry, it was just...
Confessions of.
Confessions of what?
Anything you like.
Oh, thank you. Blimey. We've got a Roman Catholic priest in there. Any more? Somebody was... Muppet movie. Right. Okay, you're covering that it's not a TV programme. Fair enough. Muppet movie.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. Yeah. The monkeys. Do you mean the species of animal or the manufactured pop group? You don't care, it's much the same. Two men in a weather research station is what you're playing in the Antarctic, and one of them notices the other has started acting oddly. So things are going wrong in a lonely place in Antarctica.
Still snowing. Snowing. You know, Jackson, I couldn't help but notice you've been acting a little strange lately. I hope it's not... Well, that's exactly what I mean. What is this?
Well, we've been bored up here. I thought I'd try different things to keep us entertained.
Well, how will that entertain me?
It hasn't been entertaining you?
No, it just irritates me.
When I ran into your room with that loincloth on the other night?
Nothing. That just scared me.
Star Wars.
Scared you? Because you found out the truth? Is that what you're saying?
Buy some batteries.
I'll use the fork.
I am your father. That's why you have all my characteristics.
I've never noticed that before.
Roman epic.
Yes, I guess I should have told you XXI years ago.
Well, now that I know, come, step in the baths with me.
The Muppets.
Come on in, it's really warm.
I'm gonna jump in.
Come on in, just jump right in. Boy, I'm absorbing all the water.
Reservoir Dogs.
Well, Mr. Green?
Well, Mr. Brown, when are you planning on letting me down?
After I wash up, I'm actually Mr. White.
Look, you can't pass this phony weather off on people. They ain't gonna buy it.
The weather game's a hard game. What?
Do a World War II weepy.
You know, if I don't make it when I go out there in the weather balloon into the thunderstorm, I want you to take your ear and give it to my wife.
Well, I don't see your wife anymore, Teddy.
That's all right. I forgive you for anything. You really saw her. I forgive you, because I'm going out there. I may not be coming back. But I still trust you. What?
Take the ear with you. I want to hear everything that happens out there.
Dirty Harry.
I know what you're thinking. You got one of my ears. How many ears do I still have left? You gotta ask yourself one question. Can I hear you, punk? Can I hear you now, punk?
Chop. Ah! We'll learn this in the verse, yeah. All right. Well, it's 100 points. 100 points shared equally amongst everybody in the audience as we go on to another game which is called Let's Make a Date. It's for all 4 contestants. It's going to feature Greg Proops in a familiar role. He's looking for a date with just anybody of the 3 possibles here. But to make it even more interesting, there are characters being given to each of our other performers. They're finding out what they are. But Greg doesn't know who they are and he has to work out what sort of characters they're playing as we go along. So take it away, Greg.
Contestant number 1. Hi.
Highland.
Okay.
If you have to say a sentence completely, Lonnie. Because we McGregors don't put with people who don't finish their sentences. We killed all the McGonagalls for not finishing the sentences. And we'll do the same to you.
Okay, number 2.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Will you describe yourself to me in a short poem?
Sure. I'm handsome, no ands, bits, or ifs, but you would be good if you threw me off a cliff. And then watch me plummet. Just plummet! Plummet down to the rocks below! I didn't learn that last part, but I got involved with the imagery.
Yeah, you really did. That was fully scary. Contestant number 3.
Hi.
Hi. I like hang gliding. What do you do for thrills?
Well, first I put on a little thong, a little purple thong, and I'll rub pudding all over myself and let my Rottweiler lick it off. Not fast, slowly, and I call him Teddy, and I pretend that he's an old friend from school I used to take showers with after football practice. Hello, Teddy, come here, boy. That's working you. Oh.
Wow. You're Weird City. Number 1.
Hi.
I like food. What's your favorite food?
Well, women up there, all together, in the caves, waiting for the British to come. We don't eat anything.
Wow, that's going to make a really long date. Number 2.
Yes.
I love traveling.
Oh, trains speeding along, especially if you're just sitting on the track watching them come.
Come. Number 3.
Yes, oh, yes.
Come on, Greg, you've got some guesses now, please.
I think Steve is William Wallace or Robert the Bruce or a Scottish Highlander type.
Highland leader, yes, clan leader. Well done. I think you made it.
All right, you need to be so dismissive.
Yeah, very good.
Clive, I'm working my chuff off.
Yes.
You needn't be so dismissive. Number 2 is you're dying to commit suicide in some way.
Yes, well done, Greg.
Thank you. Is it that hard to show enthusiasm?
Hard, oh yeah, hard.
And number 3 is Clive.
All right. That means you get aroused. You get 2 out of 3 for that one. He's desperately trying to get aroused, but seem to be getting there quite quickly as it happened. But there is obviously 5 points there off Greg. As we go on to Hey You down there. Ryan and Colin are going to be enacting a 1950s public information film. You don't see enough of those these days, really, do you? Greg will be providing the narration and the instruction to them as they give us some tips about learning to scuba dive. Learning to scuba dive? You're the voice, they're the actors. We're in the 1950s.
Well, summertime is here, and it's time to go to the beach. Well, fellas, ready for your first time underwater? Let's go through the checklist. Have you got your suntan oil? Well, you don't need that, idiot. You're going underwater. Now, put your tanks on and go under. Uh-oh, aren't you forgetting something? Of course, your wetsuit. It wouldn't do at all to go under in your street clothes. Uh-oh, be careful of midships. Those zippers can smart. You want to have something to show when you come back out of the water. Everybody got their flippers on? Okay, here we go. Dive in. Now, first thing when you're underwater is to be sure to avoid dangerous fish. Oh my goodness, here comes an electric eel. Hey, you can see their skeletons. Let go of the eel, Ryan. Wow, that had to smart. Now, your job is to go find some coral to bring back home. Look, there's some there. Be careful, coral can be rough and can rip your wetsuit and your flesh. Uh-oh, Brian's lost a hand. That can be a super bummer when you're underwater. You know what's attracted to the smell of blood? Sharks. You better swim like the Dickens now, boys. You know, a shark can't tell the difference whether you're the one without the hand or the friend of the guy without the hand. Nicely done, Colin. Colin's...
Okay, yeah, very good. That's a bit... That was brilliant. I'm not sure who to give the points to, which is a shame, really, because that's my job. As we go on to hats. This is for 2 teams of 2. Colin and Ryan, if you have to come forward, this is your box of hats. At least I hope it is. There you go. Can you carry that? And the other pairing, here you have another box of hats there, and a stool, obviously, to work with. And using your hats, you have to come up with as many different ways. We have examples of all the world's worst dating agency video using the hats. And I'll start over there with you, if I may. I'll buzz when I get the idea of what you're doing.
Why not try me? We could ride bareback. Oh!
Bird watching is my favorite hobby.
It's been 15 years, I'm horny.
Vatican City is an exciting place, but it can be a lonely place as well.
Give me your poor. You're rejected. Anyone. I really want anyone.
Just come out of a very heavy relationship with Lady Penelope.
I need someone to help me unwind my hose.
I want you to squeal like a pig, silly boy.
It won't take me 5 rounds to go down.
I'm looking for a girl with a sense of humor. Permission to have sexual intercourse, Miss Mary.
Bye-bye. You wouldn't believe the score at the moment because at the end of the first half it's 0-all as we go into a game called Number of Words, which is quite complicated. It's for all 4 contestants and you all have to speak in a specific number of words. Colin, your sentences all last 4 words, Stephen 3 words, Ryan 2 words and Greg 1 word. And the scene is, there's a rumblings of mutiny on the Bounty. Fletcher Christian is Ryan, the ship's crew is Colin, and they're on deck. And the other 2 are going to come on eventually. There's Captain Bligh, who is Stephen, and a Polynesian maiden, who is Greg. It's hard enough to explain, let alone do. There you go.
Lando!
The men are restless.
What man?
Here on this ship.
The crew!
They want to mutiny.
Against me?
No, against Captain Bligh.
Bastard.
Mr. Christian, you've got... That! That's right, yes, sir!
My sword.
Go on, go on.
My sword.
Mr. Christian there!
It's Captain Bligh.
Captain Bligh. That's me, Christian.
How about an omelette?
Welcome aboard.
What's this thing?
Mutiny, sir.
Mutiny? Why? God!
Bad news.
Have you met?
No, indeed.
Fletcher?
She likes you.
Likes me?
She likes you.
You know she's ugly.
Who cares?
No. Doesn't that hurt?
It's an omelette, sir.
Follow me.
Not you. Here's your omelette, sir.
I don't want.
Well, screw you then.
Screw? Yes, please.
I think the idea, Stephen, was to make sentences with 3 words in them, not just go 3 words and stop. But other than that, a very good performance. And I think 1,000 points aloft there. That gives them all 50 points. As we go on to News Flash, this is for Ryan to be a reporter out in the field, which is right over there. And Greg and Colin will be the anchormen of a news programme. The idea of this is that Ryan is in front of a blank screen onto which there'll be superimposed a picture of where he's supposed to be, but he just has to work out what position he's in from the reaction he gets to questions are put to him, or not.
We'll look forward to
As the case may be. There you go.
Welcome to the news. All news it is news.
Yes, today we have an incredible story. Ryan is out in the field covering that story. Ryan, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. It's pretty tough over all this noise.
Well, how does the mood seem to you?
I'm sorry?
How does the mood seem to you?
They seem very jovial. They look like they're ready to get started any time now.
Can you characterize your feelings at this point?
You know,
Fear,
at this point, Greg, I don't know what to expect. I'm excited. I'm anticipating a great time here today. And quite frankly, I hope I learn something that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Ryan, I was just wondering, how are you going to get involved in this?
Well, I thought I'd start off by, of course, washing and jumping right into the middle of it.
Now, Ryan, you've always had a great predilection for nature, have you not?
You know I have. That's why I'm here.
And what special preparation have you made for today's event?
Well, as you know, I didn't need a lot of preparation because this was my major in college. And my father and his father before him all took part in this at one time or another.
Can you describe for us some of the smells that are coming your way?
I'm telling you, it's kind of pungent, I must say. Yet you get used to it after a while. The wife complains because I go home smelling like it, quite frankly. But what are you going to do? You're here, you went in grease.
Okay, Ryan, we're going to guess where you are. What's happening behind you?
Is it cows of any sort?
It's very close. I'll give you 1 point for cows. What are they doing, if you can guess what they're doing?
I hope they're not mating.
You're suspiciously good at that. They weren't cows, they were 2 rhinos. Getting the horn, I think, the technical term is. But look at this one, again called Addicts Anonymous. This is for all 4 contestants, and they have to get these chairs and sit around in a semicircle and pretend they're at some sort of group therapy meeting for Addicts Anonymous. You're addicted to wrestling, so you're wrestling-aholics. Trying to cure yourself with that. Where you go. Steve's wrestling with a chair as a start. Sadly, the chair's winning, but okay. Greg is in charge of this group. Away you go.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm Rick, your facilitator. We all know why we're here.
Yeah.
Colin, we'll start with you. What have you been doing about the problem lately?
Nothing! I'm so totally addicted! I've got to wrestle! I've got to wrestle!
Colin, get a grip on yourself. You know we're supposed to contain our... No, stop! Steve, what do you have planned? Steve! Please, what do you have planned for this week?
Well, I'm going to go to an art gallery. There's lots of canvas there, and I think that's just what I'm doing right now.
Canvas, remember.
Okay.
All right, Ryan,
I managed not to wrestle for 3 weeks.
Really?
3 weeks. 3! 1, 2! Settle down.
We got an addiction to deal with here. Now, gentlemen, remember our chant. When you're on the mat,
That is that!
yes! I'm still remembering the end of it. Now, we're going to meet here again next week. And I want to see all 3 of you when I get you under... Sorry.
I have to leave early, is that okay?
Yeah.
No, I think I'll stay. No, I'm gonna go. No, I'm not staying.
Okay, then we'll watch this. Very good, but I can't give you any points. It's far too spontaneous for real wrestling. We go on to a hoedown. This is for all 4 contestants. They're going to make up a song in the form of a hoedown, all 4 of them, with the assistance of Richard Vranch at the piano. So what I'd like somebody in the audience to suggest is something that makes them sick. Golf. Golf makes you sick. Now that happens to be something I sort of agree with. So let's, away you go. So we now do the golf hoedown, starting with Stephen, working the way down to Ryan, and take it away, Richard.
When I was a schoolboy, my teacher said to me, I'm gonna teach you golf. This is called a tee. You put the ball on it and swing very hard, but make sure you use a club and not a piece of lard.
You stunned me. I'm next to Colin Mockery. He really is a chum. Before we shoot the program, he lets me pat his bum. But when we go out golfing, it really makes me sick, 'cause he always asks me to grab onto his stick. What am I, a genius?
I love playing golf, I play it all the time. Though the way I play it, some think it is a crime. My golfing instructor told me it was lots of fun. When he stepped in front of me, whoops, hole in one.
When I go golfing, we always bet a buck. And my friend kisses me, he kisses for good luck. I'm not saying I'm aroused, 'cause he is just a friend. But when he smooches me, it makes my putter stand on end. Putter stand on end.
All right, well done. Sadly, it's the last game we're playing tonight. A lot of sexual illusion in golf for some reason. Anyway, sadly, this is the last game we're playing tonight. And taking out the points, I see that Greg is this week's winner. So well done, Greg. And the prize winning is to read the credits. Read the credits in the style of my choosing. And Greg, what I'd like you to do is you're having a nightmare, and the ghosts of your past are appearing behind you as you're having it, as you're reading the credits. And the other three, if you could be the ghosts as well and help out, that'd be jolly useful. Just amazing. We thank Greg Proops, Stephen Frost, Colin Mockery, Ryan Stiles, Richard Francis, and me, Clive, and say good night. Good night.
Oh my God, I'm in England. Clive Anderson's head. It's so huge. He has no neck. He has no neck. Billy Groves.
More hold-downs!
Not Clive.
Patterson, Dan
Oh,
Patterson.
not Dan Patterson. He's the producer.
Who?
Ah, Ryan. You're so huge. And your name's usually Phil or Gary. Oh my God, I've woken up. I am in a studio in England.
Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the improvisation program. We've got the A team out tonight, the best we could put together. No, I'm sorry, I misread that. We've got a team tonight, the best we could put together. Featuring from the west coast of America, the sparkling wit and stunning looks of Specs on Legs, Greg Proops. Then from the south side of London, the secret love child of Sean Connery and Barbara Windsor, Stephen Frost. Then from the wilder parts of the Canadian outback, the man the Mounties didn't want to get, Colin Mockery. And finally, from somewhere near the ceiling, the monumentally talented Ryan Stiles. Everyone, second contestants. Now, we're going to start. Let's get on. And the very first game we're going to play tonight is called Film and Theatre Styles with Ryan and Colin. If they have to come on down, all they have to do is to improvise a little scene. I'll give them in just a moment. But they have to break into a variety of different film and theatre styles, which this friendly studio audience is obviously going to suggest for me now. So any favourite film styles or theatre styles you think they'd like? Star Wars. That's always a...
Nativity.
Roman epic. Oh, that's a bit more like it. Pingu, was that? You're just a tad old for Pingu, I don't know. This really feels like a 7-year-old, isn't it? Sorry, it's just
Confessions of.
Confessions of what?